Who was it? Was it Sammy Watkins?
Yep.
Yeah, it was that draft, right? Where
It was
Buffalo
that
moved
draft,
up.
dude. Buffalo really set their team back quite a while, quite a
Because it
long
went,
time.
was it Sammy Watkins and then Mike Evans?
Mike Evans went, I want to say like 7 or something.
Yeah, then Odell after that.
Yeah. But it was that they should have gone. I mean, they could have just got Mike Evans
Mm-hmm. Instead
and
of moving
not
up.
traded away all their picks.
Yeah.
I mean, hindsight,
Well,
obviously.
Sammy
But
Watkins coming out of college was a stud. Remember, everybody thought he was going to be.
for sure, dude. I would have
Next
traded.
Larry
I wanted
Fitzgerald.
the Ravens to trade all their picks for Sammy Watkins.
So, hey, you might get him this year. He's a free agent.
No, I don't want him. I want Allen Robinson.
We'll see what happens. You've been seeing all the rumors going on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of rumors. This is gonna be a fun offseason.
Yeah, it's
I
the
can say
beauty
that.
of the offseason.
Well, they say Wentz will be traded this week.
Yep.
And then Donald is about to be traded too. People are calling about him.
Darnold?
Yeah.
I can
makes
see
sense.
Casey's mouth moving, but I can't hear anything he's saying.
And then Houston's fucking it up even more with Watkins. You saw fire the equipment manager that he loved.
For sure.
And JJ was upset about it. Everybody was mad about it.
Houston's has not figured things out. I mean, just the hiring of their head coach was just so bad. Such a bad decision. I mean, you looked at he was the Ravens wide receiver and passing coordinator. And that was literally our worst 2 things that we did. And then before that, who was he? He was somebody else's
He was with
God, I
Andy
can't
Reid,
remember.
wasn't he?
huh?
Wasn't he with the Chiefs or with Reid in Philly before? 'Cause I think that's where John brought him from.
Maybe so. I can't remember, but it was somewhere else where his particular like department was just awful.
But I wonder though, as a passing coordinator, how much say do you have with Greg Roman when he says run the ball? As you,
Yeah,
as
but
a
it's not that though. It's not a matter of run the ball because we do run the ball and we do that very well. But it's more a matter of when we do throw the ball, there's got to be some detail. There's got to be some attention to
Yeah.
detail there. There's got to be some creative route running, that kind of stuff. And he just doesn't have it. Like he's just not good at that. So that's what I think. I'm looking up what he was doing before.
I feel like you know what you guys should do. Eric Bieniemy's contract is up after this game, and they're saying he's going to re-sign as the OC with Kansas City. What if you guys just offer him a shitload of money just to come be the OC?
He wouldn't do it because he wants to be a head coach. And we got a nice group in. We got our wide receivers coach now was the wide receivers coach for Tennessee, the University of Tennessee, and USC.
You saw what happened at
offensive
Tennessee.
Huh?
Everybody's leaving Tennessee, but they got busted giving out McDonald's bags full of money.
Well, that's not his fault. Okay, that's somebody else. He's just a wide receivers coach. He's just doing what he does. He was USC's offensive coordinator too.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, so he's looking good, man. He's in a good shape.
I don't know what happened to Casey here. He hopped out for a second.
Yeah, he said he can't get his audio to work.
Audio issues.
Well, happens, you know.
Sorry.
It happens. So he was Philadelphia. Let's see. He was Philadelphia's wide receivers coach, basically from 1999 to 2012. Then he was with Kansas City for 3 years. And then he was with Buffalo as the quarterbacks coach. And then he was with Baltimore.
Nice.
Well, they had a lot of success in Philadelphia, you know, so.
He's trash. How about that? How about that?
Damn.
So, hey, speaking of trash, Mark,
Wow.
you need to talk. You need to talk to your boy Jerry Jeudy. Tell him to stop trashing your quarterback.
Hey, he just saying how he feels. Everybody has all these expectations for him, and he's just a young guy just talking.
You
saw
can't talk about
you saw
your quarterback
Kareem?
as the wide receiver.
You saw Kareem Jackson saying Watson wants to come to Denver and all this stuff.
Kareem, that's fine. Kareem plays on the other side of the ball, but you're not allowed to talk shit about your quarterback as a wide receiver.
I
Especially
get
as a
that,
rookie.
but I'm not mad at him for it because Denver tried to trade for Stafford, So it's showing that we're done with Lock.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh out loud when you guys have to have Drew Lock to
Yeah,
start
dude,
your.
that's what I was about to say.
start your
Why would you
You
see-
might
did
be
you see
stuck
what-
with him again.
Carolina offered for Stafford, was it pick 8, Teddy Bridgewater, and like a third?
Dude, that's so crazy. That is just. I mean, people are so desperate for a quarterback right now.
Hey, I was watching on NFL Network. I don't know if you guys saw it. Ian Rappaport was saying teams are just calling about any quarterback.
Right.
Seattle's getting calls for Russell Wilson.
Just a league shakeup. That's
Yeah.
what we got going on
Oh,
here. We just got a
fantasy
league
draft, bro.
shakeup.
Yeah,
Fantasy
yeah.
draft.
Just
Yeah.
put a fantasy draft.
Start
pick a
over.
quarterback.
Let's see what happens.
Sometimes I wish the NBA would do that, where they just each team is allowed to pick one player
To keep.
to keep,
Yeah.
and the rest of the players go into a big pool,
Ooh.
and then it's just randomized, and so the stars stay where they are, and then but to me that would be just such a nice way of evening out the teams again.
But
Yeah.
your Lakers, well, who would the Lakers keep? The
Yeah,
young guy?
LeBron.
Bro.
Or they keep LeBron, who's got
You keep
I don't know.
running.
LeBron's getting better as the older he
Yeah.
gets.
I
It's just
know,
crazy.
dude. Did you guys see him last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking just they didn't look great against Detroit. I mean, it was Detroit, but double overtime comes around. That dude said, "You know what? I'm done with this."
Yeah,
I'm
he's like, I
ready."
got a bottle of wine waiting for me at home. I'm not trying
he
to
fucking
do
he just lights it up in double overtime. It's pretty crazy.
nice.
It's pretty wild to watch him.
I saw Malone, the Nuggets coach, saying it's crazy to think he might be just hitting his prime at age 36.
That's fucked
That's
up,
I mean,
dude.
it's wild.
Because, like you
That's
said, his
crazy.
3-point shooting, everything's at the best right now.
His
Yeah,
IQ
his
is
3-point
just
shooting
like,
is
you know,
ridiculous.
he knows things will happen before they happen.
Hey,
Wow,
There you
guys.
go, buddy.
there he is.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. My work laptop, I can't get my audio to work. As you could see, you saw my video
Yeah.
in my phone. Julio, I don't know why, but it's like, it basically says you kicked me out and I can't get in because you kicked me out.
So you had two.
Wow.
You remember when you first hopped on? There was two of you,
Yeah.
and then you said you were gonna hop out and come back in.
Yeah.
Well, the second one of you decided to hang out,
Yeah.
so I kicked
Oh.
it out, and I don't know what. It must have broken it.
So you fucked up then.
Yeah,
That's
that was
funny.
my bad.
Oh, so you fucked up and now we might, how does my audio sound? Because this is my personal laptop, which is a piece of shit.
That sounds good.
Sounds okay?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Am I
It's-
echoing?
I'm glad you're here. And now,
Yeah.
fellas, I'm going to jump off. So it's time.
Now you're done.
No, just kidding.
The other podcast is over.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry.
You pulled a mark. You pulled a Marcos.
I'm guys.
I do want to talk, I guess, a little bit about the Super Bowl. Although
Yeah, we could touch
little
on
bit.
it a little bit.
I just felt like I felt really strongly this morning that the Ravens were playing in the Super Bowl,
Yeah, I thought the Broncos were.
and it was a hit. It was a slap in the face, and so that's a bummer. But it's the Chiefs and it's the Bucks, and this is it, man. This is the last one I want to see. I don't want to fucking see Tom Brady ever again in a Super Bowl. I don't want to. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying I don't want to. I'm done with it. I like Tom Brady, but fuck off now, buddy. Okay, because it's other people's turn. And Mahomes, same with him, because he's already got to 2, and that's enough for a
But
little while.
it's crazy to think if not Brady's in the NFC, there's not that many great quarterbacks in the NFC. You
No,
know, Watson,
Well, but
Lamar,
would you consider-
Mahomes, Herbert,
AFC
all
or
these younger
NFC?
guys are all in the
Oh, in the
AFC.
AFC.
yeah, they're all in the AFC, and then all the
NFC,
older quarterbacks are in the
got-
NFC.
There we go.
Oh,
There's our
Invesco. Wow.
You're in the wrong
Baby,
stadium, buddy.
Empower Stadium.
Oh, yeah, Power.
It's
like
the
our 10th
seventh
name in
name.
10
I
years.
know, dude.
Ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Julio, I thought you were going to get us tickets to the Super Bowl and we could do our show live on the field. What happened to that?
I thought you were well.
They denied our press pass.
Robbie was here.
Okay. All right. What about we talked about the All-Star game, and now I'm not sure because people are not liking the All-Star game.
NBA.
NBA
No,
guys.
Yeah.
LeBron
You know
was
what?
no part of it.
Well, that's
I
this
heard
year
that shit
maybe,
too.
but the following years they'll be back to normal.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm just mean this year, like we were talking about how exciting it was, but
You know what would be a fun trip like for the podcast
Mm.
that I heard is the Senior Bowl,
the Senior Bowl would be
because
fun.
they let people get press passes if you just apply with a lot of time.
And also,
Dude, we
it's
gotta-
affordable.
We gotta get there.
Yeah.
We gotta get to these things, dude. We could do a podcast on a lot of stuff, we could do the podcast right on the side of the Hall of Fame ceremony
Yeah.
in football. You know what I mean?
Literally right
Like, we do
outside
a
the
lot of
security
podcasts.
gates.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
They
People
can't
are
kick
gonna
us
start
out
to
if we're
notice-
right outside.
people are going to start to notice when this table of 4 guys who's
Yep.
at every event, these 4 guys, I don't know who the
That's
fuck
the
they
goal.
are, but they always have a table somewhere.
At
and
some
they're
point, we'll get an
talking.
interview or something in there.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly. We'll see. Hey,
We'll just flag someone
Le'Veon. And then he'll
It's
get,
like, you're
we'll
not
get his
playing
attention.
much. You got time to come talk to us.
Right. So, Julio, I want to tell you, because I know you're going to like this, but I still can't fucking stand Antonio Brown. That guy
Yeah, dude.
That guy doesn't feel. I just read another article about him, and he's not sorry at all.
Nope.
Like
not.
he's not accountable for anything that he's done. He's completely in this interview made himself out to be the victim
Yeah,
of
dude.
all of this stuff.
Which is crazy.
When in reality, it's like, dude, you've been a douchebag.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Well,
and
he's one of those
been the victim.
guys that's so talented that's gotten away with everything his whole life. So it's everybody else's fault except his.
Right.
That's how it's always gonna be, man.
yeah.
And that's
He's
what
not
I was
gonna do
thinking.
anything different.
You just hope he would learn, like, okay, maybe I fucked up and I've got myself kicked off of 3 teams. And maybe it's not the teams, maybe it's me. I mean, you just think, and the fact that he doesn't seem to have any part of that in his mind, it just bothers me.
Dude, it was like, his sense of entitlement got fed by joining the Bucks and getting to join
Yeah.
Brady again, and now
Going to the
making it
Super
to the
Bowl.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
Right.
Right. A second Super Bowl because it's not his first, right? He was with the Steelers in 2010 when they lost to the Packers, right?
Yeah. I
Was
think it was
he?
still, no.
Are you sure?
No.
He hasn't been in the league 10
It
years.
was like 2012, 2013 he was drafted.
Well, I think
What?
also the
Are
fact,
we
like even
sure?
last year
Yeah,
when we
'cause
saw him
we
when
had-
he was with Pittsburgh, he threw a fit. He got traded to Oakland. He got a big contract. Threw another fit in Vegas, Oakland back then.
right.
Got cut. Got picked up right away by New England, and they gave him a big contract too. And then he went out there, and the one game he did play, he would look pretty good. So
Right.
So
It's just one of those things. I mean, he is extremely talented. It's just, he's just so unlikable. I mean,
Yeah, I'm a little
that's just all
upset
there
that
is to it.
he gets to play today. And I know he was like he was questionable throughout the week. He had some sort of small injury, but I was hoping that it was enough to keep him out. To just give me that, if anything.
But did you imagine that aside from missing a limb or a concussion or COVID, did you think anybody for that matter is going to miss this game?
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
true.
so.
That's true.
No.
Outside
You
of
know?
COVID, yeah, that's true. Casey, you're right too. He did join. He was a rookie that year,
Yeah,
He
I thought
joined in
so.
2010.
Okay.
wow.
which is crazy.
10
Yeah.
years,
I,
huh?
I honestly thought it was more like 8 that he was in the league.
I feel like because he came on, he started coming into his own shortly after that Super Bowl
Yeah,
loss, and that's
yeah.
when the Killer Bees started kind of catching their stride. So,
Yeah,
anyways,
it's like 3 years
a second opportunity for him for a douchebag that probably doesn't deserve it, but
Yeah,
Tom Brady likes him enough, and
I
that's
know.
all that matters.
That's the downside. Is for some reason Brady likes this guy.
I see it as like Brady is such a good character guy that I wouldn't say charity case because the guy makes millions of dollars, but he views Antonio Brown as somebody like, well, maybe if I
a
surround him
second
with
chance,
me, he'll do the right thing. Like he'll learn maybe from like the way I've grown my 20 plus year career as a model football
Right.
player. Like I hate to say it, but he's been a very model football player. So I don't know. It's tough, but either way,
Well,
I'm looking forward
Julio,
to tonight, man.
Julio, if you were to take Le'Veon and Antonio Brown off of their respective teams, which one of those two would you rather win a Super Bowl?
The Chiefs.
So Le'Veon.
Le'Veon.
I'm asking
Le'Veon,
the individuals. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
What if they swapped? What if Le'Veon was on the Bucks and Antonio was on the Chiefs? Would you still feel like you wanted the Chiefs to win?
No. I'd definitely be on the
so,
Buccaneers.
Even with Pat Mahomes
so you're rooting for the Chiefs strictly for
because of AB.
you don't like AB. Okay. All right.
100%.
That's what I love it.
100%. Literally the only reason I'll be watching the game is to make sure he
Le'Veon
doesn't
just
get
left
ring.
because of money, right? He never.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's
But,
not
yeah.
a prick, or he doesn't seem to be a prick. At
He
least
just wanted to
I
get
mean,
paid, which he got.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because it's not like he got like the contract Pittsburgh offered him and the contract he actually got wasn't that far off. Like he ended up getting to that point where
Yeah.
he signed with New York for that contract because there
Right.
wasn't anyone that was going to give him that much
Right.
money.
He kind of did screw himself in that
But
situation.
Yeah,
I think it just all became about a respect because Pittsburgh kept trying to franchise him, and he thought he was worth more money because he thought he could count as a receiver /
Yeah.
running back, like we see
Yeah.
McCaffrey and these guys count. He was the
Right.
first one, kind of like that.
He
He should have
wanted to
been. He
guarantee
should have been
money.
wise, dude. He wanted the bigger market. He banked on his skill set, which is fine because obviously he, in his prime running back days, he arguably the best in regards to his two
He was-
dynamic abilities. But I mean, now he's just able to ride a coattail, and
I mean, it was,
he might even get a touchdown today. In the
Right.
Super
Screwed
Bowl.
himself. But I also, if I recall correctly, he screwed himself, but he also screwed Casey over that year because I think Casey.
Oh yeah, he
Ooh,
sat
for
out.
fantasy,
That
yeah.
motherfucker, dude.
know.
Le'Veon.
Casey's
I
got
should
some-
have more ill will against this man, and Danny
Yeah.
just finds a way to poke the bear.
Right.
Fuck
Yeah,
you,
dude.
Le'Veon.
it's like, let's just throw that in there.
Yeah, he screwed me. I almost
Oh,
got kicked
man.
out of my fantasy football league because of you.
Yep. That's right.
He almost got kicked out.
Almost. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Julio and Casey both received written warnings this year
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
for
But we
their.
both made the playoffs this year, so we
and
we
they
made
both
it right.
stepped up. The written warnings worked, and Julio won the
It
whole
worked.
damn thing.
I won
Yeah,
the
he did.
championship, so
Yep.
it worked.
Championship.
We pride ourselves over at One Love Football League. It's a high level of competition.
Yep.
We're proud of that. You know what I mean? We want to keep the people. And so if there's teams that are consistently, going through, I know Casey, they went through some coaching changes. Cam
It was tough.
kind of took over and skyrocketed
Yeah.
that team.
Absolutely.
And Julio, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, Casey he took a higher level
He took an
executive
Elway
role.
He
He
became
took
an
an Elway role. He took an Elway role. He's not going anywhere, as you can
Became the
imagine,
president
but
of football operations. but
he's
not-
letting Cam do his thing.
Yeah. And what do you guys have? I know I have to imagine you guys have been doing some bets. So I want to know what kind of
Yeah.
bets you guys have been placing.
One that I placed, I parlayed with some NBA, but in regards to what I picked for the Chiefs, I did a teaser parlay and then I did an alternate bet. So I took the Chiefs plus 3.5 and then the over of only 49.5 points. So, and that if the Chiefs end up accumulating the win for me and hit on that, that'll be a pretty nice win for the most part. And so I thought it was kind of cool. I think the Chiefs probably win anyways, let alone with that alternate bet. Then it just kind of assures me
I
of
got
getting
a
that.
bet that the Bucks win.
Oh, do you? Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
Just
just
straight
straight
up,
up money
Mark?
line.
just straight up.
Yeah. Nice. That's wise. It's wise. Straight 50-50 shot at that point.
Yeah.
You were afraid of that 3 points, Mark?
Yeah,
Big keep it real, dude. Of course. Hell yeah.
Good call.
Yeah. I was too. That's why I found a way to get the alternate plus 3.5.
yeah.
Yep.
I'm not risking it. You never know with Mahomes and these guys. So
For sure, man. It's the Super Bowl, and I think we all can agree we've had our moments of wondering if Vegas has a connection to the game's outcomes.
Hell yeah.
So you gotta find the most secure bet in this process as you can, and then if it still doesn't hit, then it's really in question. Like, are you kidding me?
Right.
I'm telling
So
you,
I
man.
we'll
wonder
see.
if this is going to be the most highly gambled sporting event of all time
It will.
because
It
of the
will be.
new, because it's
Yeah.
because betting.
lot
is
of
coming
states
in.
have-
You can do it on your
Right.
phone, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so easy
And
now.
dude, people are cooped up in their house, so like they can't really go out. So the thought
Right.
of betting
And it's
crosses
legal.
probably a lot, and it's legal
Right.
in a lot of
a
states.
lot of
now.
states are
Legal.
made it legal. So
Yep.
so easy.
Waiting
Yeah.
on Arizona to do it.
I mean, it's almost kind of would be fun, to do at a party or something. Is just somebody pull out their phone.
Yeah,
and,
like squares
exactly.
or something
yeah,
too.
You know what?
exactly.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Casey, I can't wait till this shit's open up in Arizona. Cause like
Hell
on
yeah.
FanDuel, you can do squad bets.
Okay.
So we all could throw in like a parlay and like all put in, $5, $10, whatever,
Oh, that's cool.
whatever value we see fit to do a squad bet, which is nice. But yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
dude,
I'm on
love that.
I know it's gonna be great. I can't wait till this is nationwide.
We're gonna make thousands of dollars when Arizona catches up. They're less than a year away from me being officially able to be able to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
I got a VPN blocker. I'm using a Colorado address, and then FanDuel still is finding a way to block
They
me.
know.
So
Oh,
yeah,
man.
so I'm just having to wait at this point. Like
That's
my VPN
crazy.
blocker plus me using a Colorado address. Like I
Yeah.
use my mom's address, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, nope, we know you're not there, bitch. We're
Damn,
not
dude.
giving it to you.
Damn.
That's tough.
They got some, they got some super high tech shit. I don't know, but I would
Dan-
imagine. I would imagine. But that's
I'm,
crazy,
cu-
dude.
I'm curious, Dan, if you were to put some money down, what would you do?
Well, I like the prop bets. Like I would do
Okay.
one of the first scorer. Like I'd probably put Travis Kelsey as
Mm-hmm.
first touchdown. That'd probably be one of them.
Okay.
I'd probably
I do
do
have
if
that.
I was betting the game. I'd take the Chiefs
Okay.
with the spread,
Yep.
and so I'd probably do that one. And I'd probably do just a fun one. You know what I mean? Like somebody I saw bet. I read this article. This guy bet that if the first score of the game is not a safety,
Okay.
which is very likely, obviously,
Right. Right.
he bet $10,000 that the first score of the game is not a safety.
Smart
And I think
guy.
that nets him like
2,500 or something.
not even. I mean, I can't even bet it
Yeah.
that much. Like I think
Right.
that probably nets him like $30 or something. You know what I mean? Something crazy.
No.
Well, you remember?
Something
So
minuscule.
did you see
The
the
last time-
Alabama bet that time? That somebody bet $1,000 on Alabama,
Yeah.
and they won like $1.20. That was the
no
payout.
way. That's
It
crazy.
wasn't that sort of that guy that was super confident and put a bunch of money on like towards the end of the game, and he was only gonna win like $100, and he ended up losing like thousands too.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
gosh, dude.
Here's a
It's what people when they bet with emotion.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
these are the best kind
100%.
of games to bet on. I don't ever bet on the Broncos, but I do make the mistake of betting on the Heat often, and I get fucked because, of course, I think they're going to win every game, and
right.
you know how that's going. So I've got to detach from that. But the Broncos, I'm going to not betting on. But dude, I hate to say it. No wonder why they have gambling hotlines and shit, because I'm not addicted by any means, but it's an adrenaline rush when
Oh,
you win and you're
100%.
like, oh, I can't wait to do this again.
For sure.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like
I hate to
one
say
of
it like
my-
that.
One of my coworkers asked me last time, like 3 players that are gonna score the Bucks Packers game.
Yeah.
He put in like $5 and you could win like $650.
Yeah,
Right.
Those
I mean,
parlays
it,
stack
it
up.
just seems
they
so
do.
easy. Like it just seems so like you telling me I can win fucking $1,000 and all
$3.
I have to do is just get like these 4 things right.
Right.
Like,
Yep.
it's
It's
good
crazy.
money. I'm gonna do it so easy. And then it's always 1 or 2 that you get wrong.
Yeah,
But
dude.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
it's always
always
that last leg.
Yeah.
Right.
You hit your first 3 and you're like, what? I knew what I was fucking talking
It
about.
was like
and
that
then,
one with the Bucks Packers. I was like hit Evans, Devontae Adams, and Aaron Jones, the running back.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Jones gets
And then
hurt.
Jones did.
You know,
yeah.
so the first 2 hit, and then the last guy got hurt, so he
Yeah.
lost just because of that.
Unreal, man.
Dan,
I think a good prop bet for tonight, guys and listeners, is Patrick Mahomes to get an anytime touchdown. So him rushing it.
Rushing?
first,
Yeah.
nice, okay.
essentially, right?
That is a
I
good
think,
one.
or even if it's a trick play, essentially like the Philly
think he'll
special,
run?
and he catches one. I don't know if he'll run, but I think he'll get an attempt. I think they'll be in a position in the red zone that Andy Reid will look to cook something up that would be, a type of trick play. Either he
Right.
catches something or he rushes for a touchdown.
I
3,
saw he's
4
having
yards.
surgery right on his foot. After
Oh, is
the-
he?
I can
Yeah,
see him,
turf
but he's still
I can still
he's
see
gonna
that
be
though,
fine.
even for because of that,
Yeah.
right? Like, oh, hey Pat, can you run on a bootleg for 3 yards and out
Right.
race the DN? Like, fuck yeah, coach, I can. And I don't know. That's what I'm banking on. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Dan, here's a prop for you guys.
Yes, sir.
And this is the first time I've seen such a prop. Will the last play be a quarterback kneel?
Oh
Ooh. Yes.
no, I think we're gonna get an overtime game.
Ooh.
You
I
are
said the last place,
dreaming.
last
Overtime.
second field goal.
Nope. It's gonna be a
No, I'm
kneel,
kidding.
dude.
I don't
Kansas
think we'll
City's
get
gonna be
overtime.
winning by 8 at that point.
You think so?
Yep.
You think they'll score over 40?
Kansas City or together?
Kansas City,
No, I think Kansas City is going to score 32.
32.
And Tampa Bay. I think Tom people have been talking a lot about Tom Brady, right?
They have.
as they should, but Tom didn't exactly play very well in the AFC Championship, or in the NFC Championship. Excuse me.
Right.
He threw 3 interceptions, so I think he's gonna come out. I think he's gonna throw a couple picks today, and they're gonna really cost him because Rodgers and company couldn't quite figure out how to take advantage of that, but Mahomes and those guys are going to.
Yeah, that may be true, but the defense is a worrisome thing for me in regards to Kansas City. And
Playmakers though.
Yeah.
Watch Tyrann Mathieu.
Tyrann Mathieu, he may be a chance for the MVP at the Super Bowl. That's something I was looking at.
Is the Bucks is their safeties? Both of their safeties are banged up.
Yeah,
And you
that's
gotta deal
true.
with
Antoine Winfield Jr. Right?
Kelsey and Hill.
Yep.
Yep.
Well-
those guys are McCole Hardman. Like they got so much speed on that offense. It's ridiculous.
Robinson too, or Robinson, however you pronounce it.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude, they're burners, man.
We're gonna see. I'm excited. Casey, I was asking Mark about Jerry Jeudy. What are your thoughts on his comments?
I might have missed his comments. What
Well,
were
he
his
just
comments?
he kind of had a weird interview, and
Okay,
part
today.
of what he wanted was for Deshaun Watson to come to the Broncos, but which it sounds good, except for when it's coming from your wide receiver, like
Right.
talking, basically saying I don't want that quarterback anymore. So Mark's all for it, but I don't know if I like your rookie wide receiver already saying I'm done with this guy.
I
Even
think
if he feels that way.
He does feel that
even
way.
if, I think that there's a way to handle it better, but I don't think he's mistaken in the fact that I think just about anybody would agree with him as like, okay, Drew Lock, Deshaun Watson. Of course, I want Deshaun Watson. Like people, even though it's exaggerating, right? Dabo Sweeney said he's the Michael Jordan of football, right? Like there's people talking about this guy like that. And I'm sorry, Drew Lock, he doesn't see that comparison whatsoever. So I don't know. I think Jeudy may be a case of blaming Drew Lock for some of his down rookie season, even though I think he had a lot to genuinely do with it himself, right? He dropped a lot of balls.
Yeah,
so
he dropped a lot of balls.
there's that bothers me to an extent. But then again, if it's going to get Deshaun Watson to Denver, sorry, Drew, man, but see you later. So
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's
telling Dan, the Broncos are moving on. They try to trade for Stafford.
Yep.
They're in the talks for Wentz. They're one of the teams, maybe. They're saying Sam Darnold. They're definitely in on Watson. So they're trying to move on.
Well, they got a lot of options, that's for sure. I mean, they got options via trade, and then if that doesn't work, then they got definitely somebody that they could potentially draft. I mean, dude, in some of the mock drafts that I've looked at, Justin Fields has fallen farther than the Broncos. So,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, that's
It was
very possible
recency
that
bias,
Justin Fields.
dude.
I mean, it's not going to happen, like we said with John Elway. He's not drafting Justin Fields, but
Right.
it'll be interesting.
That was all recency bias, the Justin Fields hype. Like they saw that, that semifinal game for the national.
I don't know, man.
Sure.
I'm still not out. I'm not out on him by any means. If he was there for the
who's your
Broncos to
pick then?
draft,
Out of the Trevor Lawrence, who's the quarterback you like the most? Not including Trevor Lawrence.
I mean,
who are you asking?
any of you guys.
Oh, Julio.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that I'm out on Justin Fields. Like when he was being talked about as like top 2, top 3, all of a sudden, that's what
Well,
I
he
was.
is though. He is the second best quarterback in the draft.
No,
I
he's
think.
saying overall.
Yeah,
He was saying,
Oh,
talking about, people were talking about him going number 1.
Yeah.
And I
Right.
think
That was just
over
Right.
Trevor Lawrence after that, like that just got a little bit.
the Urban
little bit
Meyer
out of
connection.
control.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
kind of
I
interesting
would
that
take
Zach
Trey
Wilson-
Lance over Justin Fields.
That's crazy.
Really?
You're crazy.
The only
too
thing
much.
that concerns
That's
me
too
is
much.
that, and even Carson Wentz, I'm curious to see how it ultimately pans out for him. But the level of competition that
Right.
Trey Lance has seen, yeah,
Right.
he's good. He's good. Carson Wentz was good too, and he's been able to succeed to some extent at the NFL level. But I'm not too sure that translates into being an Ohio State quarterback who's seeing those types of Big Ten defenses, or being a Trevor Lawrence who's seeing those ACC and even SEC defenses for that matter, because they're always there facing them. So I don't know. I'm not trying to say Trey Lance isn't good, because there's something about the mobile quarterback right now. I'm big on it. So Justin Fields, Trey Lance, I'm very interested in Denver taking a crack at it. I don't
What about
care
Zach
about
Wilson?
He doesn't do it for me.
Nope.
I haven't seen enough tape on him to get excited about it.
He's like the Jimmer Fredette
He's
of
too-
basketball. You don't
Too
want that.
boring.
He's
Zach
boring.
Wilson is just boring.
Yeah.
He's got like the very
it's such a
common
boring-
white guy name. Like, dude,
Yeah.
no, thank you. No,
Zach
thank
Wilson.
you. I'm tired of
Yeah.
a white quarterback. I know that sounds terrible for me to say, but I am. I want a stud to come in and just tear up the goddamn. Yeah, give me Lamar Jackson. Like, not exactly. I know, right? I can't have it. But I do want to see a quarterback who, when shit hits the fan, he can take over a game. That's what Deshaun Watson can do. That's what Lamar can do. That's what Pat Mahomes can do. And we need it, or we're going to be at the bottom of the barrel for the next 6 to 8 years.
I know, like longer. It's like out there, but the comparisons I was watching, so that Justin Fields they compared to Dak, like we've talked about.
Sure.
Trey Lance they compared him to Deshaun.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, I would be too worried about Trey Lance because he didn't really play this year, did he?
Yep.
And so what do we got?
Super healthy. We know that.
No, but that's not my issue. My issue is how many years have we had like to see Trey Lance? So it was 1 year, right?
Not enough.
So, interception though.
When was the last time that we saw a team draft a quarterback based on 1 year of production?
Cardale Jones. Who else?
My mind goes right to Mitch Trubisky.
Haskins. Oh yeah, Haskins too.
Trubisky is the guy I'm thinking of, and Trubisky had 1 year of good, and it didn't work out. It just didn't work out. So it's like
they made the playoffs though, or I mean, they were in a position to.
But do you think Trubisky's the guy there?
I think if you don't get Deshaun Watson, he needs to be, because I'm not too certain. It's the whole common analogy of, is a rookie going to be officially better than what you have in place right now and what they're in position to get? I'm not too sure they get something better than Mitch Trubisky.
No, I don't mean that. I just mean if you were starting a franchise, you would not want Mitch Trubisky as your
Agree. I'm not taking Mitch Trubisky to start my franchise.
But you were talking about quarterback that started 1 year. What about Kyler?
Yeah, but that's different because Kyler, that's Oklahoma. I mean, that you
quarterback almost.
But you want Dwayne Haskins was Ohio State.
And Dwayne Haskins had 1 year and he sucked.
He did. And so did Cardale Jones, right? Wasn't he only there for 1 year?
Yeah, he was there for like a playoff. Like he didn't.
Cam was a 1 year starter.
Cam was a Florida guy. He sat behind Tebow.
Mark's doing all this research to prove you guys to prove.
Yeah, I know, and
that's what it's supposed to be.
Throwing out names.
You want
to those are quarterback that started 1 year, won the Heisman Trophy.
Different. 1 year at North Carolina is different than 1 year because you sat behind Tim Tebow, and I mean, obviously, you're not going to beat out Tim Tebow. So if you're only playing 1 year, it better be because you're behind somebody who's good, right? I mean, that's the thing. Is Kyler was behind Baker, Cam was behind Tebow, Haskins just sucks, so nobody cares about that.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow had
one of the best teams we've ever seen.
It was a case of being 2 years.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's a 1 year starter.
Right, but that was one of the best LSU teams we've ever seen, and you're talking about Joe Burrow like he's successful.
But he looked pretty good the games he started this year in the NFL. So
yeah, he did.
Good.
Yeah, he did.
Good, but we'll see. We'll see about that. So my last thing about quarterbacks is, you know what I would like to see? Carson Wentz going to New England. I think Bill Belichick could make him an MVP candidate again.
Yeah, I would agree.
I could see that.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, sadly, I could see that being a pain in the ass for us AFC.
Yeah. He would just have to stay healthy. That's it. That would be the biggest thing, I think, because I think we've already seen he has the tools. Like, he at one point was having an MVP caliber season prior to an injury. So if the injury was something that got in his head, who knows? But if there's one person who can really right the ship, I have to imagine it's Bill Belichick. I mean, considering what he did with the roster that he had this year, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, whatever's in his head post-injury or that caused that injury, that like you join New England and you get to join Belichick, like that's out of your head. You're good.
Yeah, sure.
It's like you shake that shit off.
Yeah,
you know you're going to be protected. You know you're going to be put in the best positions to win, and that's the ultimate best feeling for a quarterback.
Right.
Yeah, dude. For sure. Yeah.
Casey, do you want to? I'm getting ready to head out just because we're headed off. But before I do, can we do your "Who's that guy"?
Who's that guy? Yes, absolutely. Okay, so today I'm gonna do NFL. Obviously, we have the Super Bowl. So whenever you guys are ready.
Now, one thing you have to tell us before we start is he an active player or is he retired?
Oh, correct. Okay, he is a retired player.
Okay. All right. Marcos?
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yes. Yes.
Julio?
Did he play within the last 20 years?
Yes.
Did he play in the AFC?
Yes, he did.
Is he a quarterback?
No, he is not.
Did he play defense?
No, he did not.
Ooh.
Okay, here we are.
All right. All right.
Anything
It's
all right.
very broad. Like that. This segment's tough, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Was he on the offensive line?
No, he was not.
Okay. So we got Hall of Fame, AFC skill player,
Yes.
retired.
Yes.
Marvin Harrison.
Not a terrible guess, but no.
Okay, that's one guess for you, Mark. You only get one more, and that's one. That's one of your questions.
Mm-hmm.
Who? Did he play in the AFC West?
Yes, he did.
Okay,
There you go.
that helps a little bit.
It does.
It does help. That's gonna be. Did he play? Okay, I'll just narrow it down a little bit. Was he a wide receiver?
No, he was not.
Okay, all right.
Tony
Mark?
Gonzalez.
Oh, I like that guess, man, but no.
Oh, Mark, you're out.
You're out.
Just log off,
Out.
bitch.
See you later.
You're done, Mark.
Thumbs up.
Okay. Shit. Did he win a Super Bowl?
Yes, he did.
Ooh, Terrell
Super Bowl
Davis.
Sunday. Good guess. That's it.
Damn it, dude.
Man.
I wanted to ask one more before I guessed TD. Son of a bitch.
Too late.
I thought you weren't going to
yeah.
go with the Bronco. That's why I was
Sorry,
just.
I felt like I was so festive. I was giving
Just had to
myself
rep it.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw
I
that
felt like I
grin
was
on your
giving
face. I
myself
was like,
away.
that's got to be a Bronco.
Yep. Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, good work, fellas. Good work.
Good
Dan,
shit.
way to go.
All right.
Good shit.
All right. So
Hi, guys.
how do we'll talk about how we do this then? Because I like your idea of our
Putting
pot.
it into a pot, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, especially if we're gonna do, anything, whatever.
Yeah,
We'll talk
for
about it.
sure. All right.
All right,
Well,
fellas.
we'll be
Set it
back.
out, fellas.
No worries. I'm about to throw the game on. We'll be back Wednesday and Thursday for our typical episodes.
So, are you guys all picking Chiefs? All three of
Yes.
you?
I'm on Chiefs.
Yep.
Yeah.